Man comes to adopt Pitbull at shelter, but she refuses to let go of her best friend. One day, a man walked into the Rocket Dog Rescue in San Francisco to look for a dog to adopt. He quickly fell in love with a 3-year-old pit bull named Meryl. When it was time to pick her up, the shelter ran into a bit of a problem. Meryl wouldn't leave her best friend behind. The volunteers at Rocket Dog Rescue dedicate their time to save unwanted and abused dogs from overcrowded shelters. Their mission is to stop dogs from getting euthanized. They regularly rescue dogs that don't have the best luck getting adopted. In 2014, the rescue took in a sick pit bull and an older chihuahua. The two pups wouldn't leave each other's side. Meryl and her 8-year-old chihuahua friend Taco were brought to Rocket Dog Rescue together. The volunteers knew nothing about the dog's owner, but they did know that the two dogs were best friends. They were together all the time, and if they ever got separated, they'd cry. Soon enough, the shelter truly understood how deep their bond went. At the time of their surrender, Meryl had a horrible urinary tract infection and needed a surgery to save her life. Taco was restless and anxious the whole time Meryl was in surgery. When Meryl got out of surgery, the volunteers tried to put her alone so she could heal faster, but it would prove to be extremely difficult. The two dogs wouldn't stop crying for each other, so the volunteers put Taco in the recovery room with Meryl. Taco was loyal and attentive the entire time he was with Meryl. The volunteers couldn't believe how committed the dogs were to each other, but they also couldn't help but wonder if their bond would harm them in the long run. From past experiences, the volunteers knew that dogs that were bonded were harder to adopt because most people aren't able to adopt two dogs at once. Hoping to find homes for the dogs, the shelter listed Taco and Meryl separately on the shelter's website. Older dogs tend to be a lot harder to adopt out, so no one seemed interested in Taco. But Meryl was an entirely different story. One day, a man walked into the shelter hoping to adopt a dog. He immediately wanted Meryl as soon as he saw her. After filling out all the paperwork, it was time to bring her home, but as soon as Meryl was taken out of the cage, while Taco was still inside it, she began howling and wouldn't stop. The man was obviously confused. That's when the volunteers told the man that Taco and Meryl were the best of friends and didn't want to be away from each other. The man understood their situation and agreed that they needed to stay together. Sadly, the man couldn't take in two dogs, so he chose another dog instead. The shelter realized they needed to change their strategy. Eventually, the staff came to the conclusion that it would be best for both dogs if they were kept together. They updated their listing on the website, and an amazing volunteer named Jody offered to foster them until the best friends found a home. It wasn't long before the answer to their prayers showed up. A family from San Jose stumbled across the shelter's website and fell in love with Taco and Meryl's story. They went to Jody's to meet the pups and instantly wanted to make them family. It was time to bring them to their new home, and they couldn't have been more excited to leave together. But their journey wasn't over yet. Because of his age, Taco had quite a few health problems. He had asthma and dental disease, which left him with only 4 teeth. Those were just little things that the family could handle. But once the family brought Taco to the vet a month later, they realized that things weren't looking so good for Taco. The vet informed the family that Taco's heart was enlarged and his lungs were filled with fluid. If something wasn't done for Taco, his heart would eventually fail him. Immediately, Taco was put on medications while he was scheduled for a visit with a specialist. The family hoped for the best, but ultimately they prepared for the worst. Taco's family knew because of his age he may never recover, but they gave him a fighting chance and showered him with lots of attention and love. Just like Taco, Meryl wouldn't leave her best friend. Soon enough, Taco began feeling a lot better. Taco's health became stable and he was no longer at risk for heart failure. Taco still has respiratory problems and will need to take anti-seizure drugs and steroids for his lungs for the rest of his life. But don't you think for a second that that would stop Taco from playing with his best friend and human family. Since Meryl's a young adult, she's really energetic and active. She enjoys rolling around in the grass and running around in her family's yard. Even though he can't play like Meryl, Taco still finds his own way to join in the fun. Taco loves being carried around by his human siblings to wherever Meryl's playing, but more than anything, Meryl and Taco are just grateful to be together.
There she is.
Look at that.
Poor thing.
I searched for love when the night came and it closed in. I was alone, but you found me where I was hiding. And now I'll never ever be the same. It was the sweetest voice that called my name, saying, "You're not alone, for I am here. Let me wipe away your every fear. My love, I've never left your side. I have seen you through the darkest night. And I'm the one who's loved you all your life, all of your life. You cry yourself to sleep, 'cause the hurt is real and the pain cuts deep. All hope seems lost.
I think she likes you.
With heartache, your closest friend, and everyone else long gone. You've had to face the music on your own. But there is a sweeter song that calls you home. Say it, you're not alone, for I am here. Let me wipe away your every tear. My love, I've never left your side. I have seen you through the darkest night. And I'm the one who's loved you all your life. All your life. Faithful and true forever. Oh, my love will carry you. You're not alone, for I am here. Let me wipe away your every fear. Oh yeah, my love, I've never left your side. I have seen you through the darkest night, your darkest night, and I'm the one who's loved you all your life. All of your life.
So, the dog's at the end of this block, apparently.
You've arrived. Destination is on your right.
completely blank.
Who is the lady? Oh.
Yeah.
She's quite a smart.
Get it. It's okay. It's okay. Don't run. Don't run. Don't run. Just wait. That was close. It's okay. Wait, no, don't run. Don't run. Let her not run. Let her just relax. That was very close. Very good.
For animal rescue, a dog just went into your yard.
She's under this. Now for food. Okay, be ready, Lisa. Hello. Hi, good girl. It's okay. It's alright. Look. It's okay. Okay, just want to touch you. There we go. Good girl. No, just do our stuff then. Good girl. Okay, I got her. Good girl. Thank you.
Is this right? Okay. Good job.
There we go. Good girl.
Hey. Hello, beautiful. Look at the stick in your back.
Sure, let's go. We'll switch vehicles. There we go. There's no chill. Okay. Yeah, right behind me. All right. There we go. Night. Ja, ook uit. Uitgesteken voor Night. Oh, love is interesting. Oh, Lisa. Find that walk. No, give her food. Let's go give her food. She'll probably stay with her baby. I only see one. It's okay. It's okay. Good girl. Hey. Look. She's yawning. Oh, come on, let's go, Lisa, okay? Come on. Let's go. It's okay. Thank you. Good girl. Uh-oh. No, it's okay. It's okay.
Let's go. Very good.
It's okay. It's okay. Hey, it's okay. Come on, puppy. Let's go. Oh, wait. Oh, it's a baby girl.
It's a girl.
What are you doing? What are you doing? You okay? Are we cool? We're cool, right?
Come on, let's go. Come on.
Okay, we got her. Thank you guys for letting us in.
Gracias. Gracias. Where does that go?
Oh, there are puppies.
Where? Where does that go? Okay. So the mom can run in there and disappear?
Come on, Mama. Okay. All right. Loretta, get ready! She passed me! Don't let her get to you! Don't let her pass you! Scream, yell! Don't let her, don't let her! Drop it on her if you have to!
Oh, she bit me. Okay, I got her. Shh, it's okay, my sweet girl.
Amazing.
It's okay. Okay. Hold on. It's okay. Wait. I am like.
You want to grab her by the skin?
It's okay, my sweet baby.
Tight? Good.
That's it?
Amazing. That was a good call to come here. Okay, now let's go get the babies before the sun is gone already.
Let's come back for this. Just go now.
Okay. Light gear. Nope. Yeah, it's a long way. Okay. Let's begin. We'll have to move this whole pile. I see puppy. Okay.
I know this is. I know. It's okay.
Okay.
I know.
Watch out.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. One. Good job.
Hi, baby.
Jump the next one.
They hardly fit through
Yeah,
here.
yeah. It's okay.
I know, baby. I know. Maybe he'll come out. I'm gonna push him out through here.
Okay.
I got him.
Okay.
Okay.
Good
Just
job.
this one. He'll come out too. Come in.
I got the third one. He almost ran away. I got you. Yeah. Told you they're here. Amazing. Alright. I want to make sure there's nothing else. Check in that hole. No and no. Wait. No, that's it. Yeah. Holy. That was an awesome rescue. Oh, look at the puppy climbing on his mom. Okay. Come on. Hi, Mama. Come here. Come on.
She wasn't.
Hello. This is so cute.
He's so happy.
Good girl. Okay.
이 새끼 옆에 바로 지책에 있으면서도 낮잠 자고 있으니까 배심하셔. 이리 와 임마. 이리 와봐. 네가 키워라 이제. 하나. 이거 들어왔네.
얘기를 덜 보려고 사람이 없는 품을 넣어줬고요. 수다거리면서 또 열심히 먹기 시작해요. 굉장히 건강해진 몸이 되어갔어요.
아, 다행이다.
life on the streets isn't easy for cats. While house cats enjoy a pampered existence, strays forced to live in the elements struggle every single day to survive. If you've ever fed a stray cat, then you know just how rough life can be for them and how appreciative they are of free meals. While they might be wary of people, if there is food to offer, strays will scarf it all down as quickly as they can before bounding off to safety. That's what makes this story so special. When a volunteer from a local animal shelter noticed the strange way one cat was eating food, she decided to follow her. What she discovered changed the way she saw every animal around her. For 5 years, one unnamed Korean woman from a local pet shelter made it her business to distribute food to all of the feral cats that lived in her neighborhood. She bonded with many of them, but one definitely stood out from the pack for an exceptional reason. The cat, whose name was Dongsuk, appeared regularly to get her meals just like the other feral cats. However, unlike her feline friends, she turned up her nose at a bowl of fresh dry food. She just didn't seem interested in the food if it was presented this way. Worried that Dongsuk wasn't getting the nutrients she needed to survive, the woman tried offering her feline friend different varieties of dry food. She even went too far as to offer the cat a can of wet food. It was no use. Dongsuk wouldn't bite. That's when the woman decided to try something different. Instead of offering Dongsuk open food, she decided to try wrapping it up in a plastic baggie. Sure enough, it worked like a charm. The cat immediately grabbed the bag of food and mysteriously headed off somewhere. Soon, this became the new routine for both the plucky volunteer and for her friend, Dongsuk the cat. The volunteer made sure that she always had a special bag of food prepared for her, and the cat would eagerly take that bag and wander away with it. But why? While the volunteer was thrilled to have figured out a way to get the pet to eat a hearty meal, she was still incredibly puzzled by her behavior. Why on earth would the cat prefer food that was undeniably more difficult for her to eat? In addition to wondering why Dongsuk preferred that her meals were served in this unconventional way, there was also the question of where exactly the cat was taking the food to once she received it. Most of the other cats simply ate in front of the volunteers. To get to the bottom of this, the volunteer and her friends decided to follow Dongsuk, but they knew this would be very tricky. While the cat was very sweet, she was still feral, and chances are she wouldn't take well to being followed. The last thing they wanted to do was scare her away from her primary source of food. So, the volunteer and her friends decided to trail Dongsuk from a distance. As they did so, they became baffled when the cat led them to a special spot just above the entryway to an old building. What was she doing? The cat seemed a little worried. She was pacing back and forth with a bag of food in her mouth like she was waiting for someone. The volunteer and her friends couldn't understand. If Dongsuk wasn't eating the food, what was she doing with it? In a couple of seconds, they had their answer. In response to Dongsuk's meows, a tiny ginger kitten came scampering up to meet her. Immediately it became clear that the reason Dongsuk would only take the wrapped food was because she was a mom. The mother cat sat and watched uncontentedly while her young kitten ripped into the bag and happily ate her share of the food that her mother had delivered. The volunteer and her friends were nearly in tears. From that point on, the kind woman and her fellow friendly volunteers knew that they had to do something. They did a little digging, continuing to follow Dongsuk and asking,
Wait. Grab the tuna. Grab the sardines. Faster. No. Upper food. Where is he?
under
Wait,
the
wait. We have to move. Let's move. All right, let's go. Let's give you space for a second. Okay. Just stay.
Okay, shh.
Cover. It's okay.
Okay, that's it.
Hold the camera. Okay.
I know, baby. I know. I'm sorry.
Okay. Okay.
I know, sweetie. I know.
Okay. Wait, let me
That's
think.
it.
Let me see how we can engineer this one. Loretta, yeah,
Can we take him to the hospital?
yeah, of course.
Person, I noticed 3 days ago if I could hear it scraping the floor.
Okay, you can do it evenly. I need your hands. Loretta is injured. Just to pull him out, pull it evenly up his head.
I'll do the bottom, you do the top.
No. Okay, wait, Loretta, wait. That's it. Okay, now wait,
Yeah, I want
because it's
to-
still in. Loretta? Okay, wait. Okay, so I'm gonna stop here.
Okay, I'll bring the trap.
Okay, so take the little one out of the big one. Can you please help her?
Yes.
Now.
Okay.
Okay, we have time. Okay, be ready to now lower this, okay, like a guillotine.
That's it.
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay.
Careful.
Woo! Watch out, watch your
Hands,
fingers.
hands.
Hands out. Okay. Beautiful. Watch out. Okay. It's okay, Laura. I can lay on this. That's perfect. Thank you. No, you're gonna be safe.
Throw away the jar in the trash can.
Oh wait, no. This is. I just want to take a picture of it. I mean, this is incredible. Okay. Oh, it's a very good rescue.
You're amazing, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
If you guys are animal lovers, y'all should go watch animal rescues on YouTube. That's what I'm watching, and it's so sad. Where's he at? Oh,
Let's walk around so we don't.
oh, the babies. Oh my God, get him! Get him. Get him, get him, get him.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, he's so cute.
He's fine.
Diesel. That's a cute name.
I'll just make friends with him for a second, so he doesn't find us. Here, at least they come to this side. I'll switch with you. Here, Loretta, you can open it from here.
Where's the one?
There's that. Watch out. Wait.
My hand wrapped around it.
Don't watch it. Get it. Get him, bro. Oh, don't let him die. Oh, get him. Oh. Ew, it's a spider. Oh! Ew. He's adorable.
Getting treats from you. He's a really big dog. He just has songs. Favorite thing about Chloe, she followed me wherever I went. Wanted to stay right next to me.
That's a fox. That's Flaw.
So some of them are abandoned, some who are abused, some who are disappointed.
If she was queen, you would be the boss of everyone. If I was queen, I would boss everyone around. I knew it! Queen! A lot of people don't know this, but we're twins. We do everything together. Sometimes we even finish each other's sentences. Today, we're going to find out if we know each other. Earlier, we did a bunch of questions. Now let's find out if we got it right. Good luck. His least favorite food is fish. Well, I just hate the fish. That's the yummiest food ever. Do you never eat that?
Sometimes I can eat it.
What?
You don't like it?
No!
Why?
What the heck would I eat it? What? I was right! Yes! Leo's favorite food is spaghetti. My favorite food is spaghetti. Nailed it. Nailed it. Leo's most annoying when I don't share. I mean, I'm her sister, but I don't want to share with her today. Well, Emma sings next to me because she's not very good. What? When I sing? My voice is she's good. Well, Leo would go to the beach for vacation because it's very fun there. You get to run around, play with your kids, castles. If I would go anywhere, I would go to the beach. I'm right! I'm so smart.
I'm so smart.
His favorite ice cream is chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry. Strawberry is my favorite ice cream. It's like we're twins or something. If she was queen, she would be the boss of everyone. That was legit. If I was queen, I would boss everyone around. I knew it! Queen! The worst thing that ever Mila done is not play. She always wanted to play with me. She cried. Didn't clean my room, but I did. Oh man, I just got that wrong back. Mila doesn't even know herself what she looks in the mirror. I guess I can't think about Lana. Let's see if I get the money. I think my favorite color is pink and purple. My favorite color is pink. Pink, pink, pink. I got it right. I think my favorite food is spaghetti. Rainbow pizza sparkle. totally scared of spiders. Spiders are sharp. Sharks hate me. I don't like being scared. They eat people and bugs. I still got sharks. I didn't know she was afraid of bugs.
Bugs are ugly and scary.
She wants to help people. Doctor. I want to help. Woohoo! I'll win it. Take this. My favorite princess is Cinderella. My Disney princess is Ariel, Tiana, and Milan. I guess Milan. For me. Even fish is definitely crazy. Is she crazy? Who eats fish? The craziest thing I've ever done is I played my toy for hours. An hour. Like all day long. And all night. And that's pretty crazy. And my guys were almost strangers. I got 5 points. I got 4 answers. Because I got 1. She really gets to know me. She really knows me. Thanks for watching. Hope you subscribe to our channel. Bye. Taylor Swift. Me. Hi, welcome to the Dylan M2. She's Emma and I'm Eva. We're gonna play the twin game. I'm gonna guess my sister's answers. I always know who my sister is. I know so much about my sister. I'm gonna win. What makes Mila the happiest? I don't know. I think it's maybe a pizza. Or I think it is steak. Spaghetti. I know my sister. What is Mila's favorite drink? Shirley Temple. Shirley Temple. Always right. What is Mila's favorite?
Ew, Power Rangers is old.
That's not Mila's favorite. Sophia the first, yeah. Sophia the first. Yes,
Sophie the First is dead too.
What is Mila's favorite animal?
A dog.
Mila's favorite animal is a kitty. A kitty.
Oh.
Yes, I know it. What's Mila's favorite brother?
Emma.
Can't really tell you. There's only one. Caitlin. But I want to touch her spoon. Yes, I knew it.
Girl, you cross-eyed.
What's Mila's favorite? I think Mila's favorite
Sprinkles.
is licorice.
Ew.
Twisty Rolls.
Hmm.
Sorry. Who is Mila's favorite famous person?
Herself, duh.
Hello. Lady Gaga.
Ew. Lady Gaga.
What is Mila's favorite smell?
Perfume.
Cotton candy.
No.
Knew it.
Cotton candy. Sharing. Toys. Same thing. Shirley Temple. I love chocolate milk. Sophie the First. Ew. Emma's favorite animal is a unicorn.
My favorite animal is unicorn and butterflies, and that's my favorite pet.
Unicorns aren't real. Cotton candy.
My favorite candy is
Twisty.
do I know my sister or do I know my sister?
Who is Emma's favorite brother or sister?
Charles. Caitlin.
It is dun 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 dun. I knew it. A Guru's sister.
Lady Gaga. Or herself.
Me.
Told you. Herself. Cotton candy.
Strawberry.
Blueberries.
Okay.
Yeah.
We both like the smell of cotton candy. I thought I knew my sister better. Thanks for watching.
Oh, she beat you. I'm gonna do that one day. The twin game.
Crystal bell. I gotta get two legs. Oh, this is red.
Oh my god. Ew.
That's good too.
Ew.
I'm TV. Here it is. This is
Ew. If somebody put ketchup, mustard, and a fruit roll-up on bread and freaking watered it down with milk to where it's really soggy and gave it to me, y'all, it was funny. I would shove it down your throat. But
oh, that's so yummy.
ew. Look, she can't get it. That's gross. Mm-mm. That's nasty. Your sandwiches are gross, Mila.
Guess who's gonna come to baby shop? I'm like, oh boy, who? Karen's neighbor, Lisa, who's like on care.com now. Hi, Mila. We're gonna have so much fun today. Then she hands me a coloring book and and watches Real Housewives. You know what I think a babysitter is? A 16-year-old acting like a parent while my parents are out acting like 16-year-olds. Why should I listen to you? Because my mom gave you $50? Like, what are you gonna do with $50? Are you gonna put another tattoo on your face? This is a hardcore millennial we're talking about. Guess what's for lunch? Vegan kale sausage. Really, Lisa? You really want us to eat this? It's gross. And the only thing Lisa drinks is the core. Yeah, she's that girl. So I called Papa John's Pizza. He opens the door. Now she's rolling with the pizza guy. I'm hyperventilating because the pizza's been cold, you guys. I'm honestly so done with pizza. When pizza's at stake, I just can't do this anymore. Anyways, if you know someone named Lisa, don't let them watch your kids.
I had that LaCroix stuff or whatever you call it, and it's so nasty. It's like literally got no flavor to it at all.
I saw a story of Heidi with another girl. It's so bad. I'm calling him right now. This is ridiculous. Why are you stealing? Stop! I saw you. Hey, why are you mad at me? Don't go, Perquisition. I saw you. I'm so sad. Never, ever, don't ever again. You're nothing. You're not ever. Why you ever? I'm done with it. I'll call you later. You never, ever talk to me like that. You hear me? I'm serious. You never, ever do again. You hear me? Never, ever.
Oh, heck yeah, bro. I'll let you deal with some guys these days, Mila. Little girl. Don't you ever do it again, bro.
What's your favorite place to eat? I can't think. What's your favorite sport? Wait, I don't know what a sport is. What's your favorite thing to do when you're bored? Play sharks, and play Annabelle, and play Walking Dead, and play Annabelle, and play Chucky. What's your favorite animal? What's your favorite book? I don't read. What's your favorite song? Under by Imagine Dragon. Okay, my favorite place is to eat at PepsiCo. PepsiCo is a eat. Yeah, we do eat here. Who's your boyfriend?
Sawyer.
What's your favorite place to visit? Grandma's house. You sent that to Grandma? Who's your best friend? Where do you think you're gonna get married? At Walmart. Who are you gonna marry? What's your favorite thing to do with mom and dad? Watch them do work. Where do you want to go to college? The Ellen Show. What do you want to be when you grow up? Actress and a doctor. What's something you're really good at? Being awesome. What's something you're not very good at? What makes you happy? A toy.
A toy.
What makes you nervous? People. What's something that you really miss? Sleeping. How old do you wish that you were? 16. If you were president, what would you change about America? Who's a famous person that you wish you could be? Lady Gaga. If you had $1 million, what would you do with it? Pay. Pay what? Pay toys. If you could do anything without getting in trouble, what would you do? Shave off Charles's eyebrows. Bye guys. Thank you for watching my interview. Have a good night.
Well, that's creepy. Have a good night, folks. Oh my god. Are you serious? Oh my god.
So it's our birthday on Halloween. We're 23. Oh, so depressing. That's 50% older than 2. Do the math. So my Halloween birthday has expectations. No teenagers trick-or-treating on my turf. It's a job. Trick-or-treating isn't that lucrative. One piece of candy? Ugh, it's a holiday, not a helper day. This queen need a king size and don't even with the toothbrush. So 1980s. Oh, and don't ask my life story. Yeah, people. Time is candy! Honestly, Halloween is so antique. Jones chopping candy. Hello, Amazon! Not treat me now. Tweet tweet.
Oh, you gotta love Mila. Alright, I'm laying down.